Hello and Happy New Year. I'm Michelle Toy at SmithGeiger. I'm joined by my colleague, Dan Reines.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. How are you? I wanted to talk to you about this new vaccine study that just came out in the field that we did.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. We interviewed 3,000 people across the country. It was a nice big sample of basically anyone who's a news consumer. So we explored all sorts of questions about their attitudes towards a vaccine, whether they would get a vaccine, what are their reservations about vaccines, all of that as in anticipation of obviously the trying to get that vaccine out to a larger community.
Yeah, and I know some of the results were not surprising, like about 2/3 of the respondents saying that they will get the vaccine. I think that's what we're seeing nationwide in other studies. But there were some surprising things that came out. For example, I think there was an interesting point about younger women.
Yeah, so as you say, 6 out of 10 people say that they will get a vaccine. Either they probably will or they definitely will. What we see is women 18 to 34-year-old, there's a lot more hesitance there. Women 18 to 34-year-old, it's only 46%, so it's down from a 60% among the overall audience.
You know, I think one of the reasons that people think that may be is because there's a lot of information, particularly going around on social media, regarding concerns about how the vaccine might affect fertility. And so women in that range who might be pregnant or trying to get pregnant or they're young mothers, they have a higher concern for the vaccine safety.
That absolutely makes sense. It fits with what we also know, which is that a big reason for hesitance about getting the vaccine is just concern for safety and concern for side effects.
Is there another community, I believe, the African American community, that there was an interesting number that came out from the study as well?
Yeah, interesting, not terribly surprising given historical precedents, but African American respondents are much more skeptical, much more hesitant to take a vaccine that was developed so quickly. They are actually at 42% likelihood in the top two boxes, probably will or definitely will get that vaccine.
Interesting, because that population has been so affected by the COVID pandemic themselves. But they're still skeptical.
Absolutely, huge skepticism, and we hope that doesn't upset our ability to actually get the vaccine out to the full community.
Right, and lastly, I wanted to ask you a little bit about the skeptics. You know, we're almost a year into this pandemic, and there's still a surprising number of people, or maybe not so surprising, who think this might be as blown out of proportion.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. We've got, when we ask about just how strongly you agree with different statements about the virus and about the pandemic, we see actually just about 1/4 of the respondents say that wearing a face mask is harmful to your health. 13% actually strongly agree with that. Likewise, 27% say that the virus isn't real or is not as severe as the government and the media say. And here again, 12% strongly agree with that. So they are minority numbers. They're not the majority of people, but it's not a small minority when you think about it, as one in four people have a real skepticism about the virus itself.
Yeah, it's definitely still noteworthy.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for taking a few minutes to chat with me about this.
And my pleasure.
I expect that we're going to maybe have an updated study on this coming out in the field soon.
That's our hope. Absolutely.
All right. Thanks so much. Take care.